So if you own an Airbnb and you're looking to boost your profits, you're looking to get that competitive edge, and you're looking to attract more bookings, then this is gonna be the video for you, right? Because with a simple strategy, I'm gonna show you how to completely transform your Airbnb business. Hey, this is Peter with Car Rental Coach. So if you're looking to boost the profits on your Airbnb or start a rental fleet, this is gonna be the channel for you. So the first thing that I want you to do is click on the little bell below to subscribe to make sure you can get all the value that we're gonna be providing, right? Second thing I want you to do, go to carrentalcoach.com. We have a quick 60-second survey, and that's gonna tell me if you're qualified to be able to work with us. So to kick this off with a little bit of a story, right? Me and my cousin going to a wedding in Dallas, right? We book an Airbnb, so we're at DFW. At DFW, we decided, all right, we're gonna rent a car, go through the whole thing. As we go to rent the car, and I'm sure anyone who's watching this has probably seen it before, the line for the car rental thing is like a mile long. So we wait in that line, it's like 45 minutes. We finally get to the front of the line, and when I'm talking to the woman that's helping us rent the car and everything, she gives me like 3 pieces of paper. She's like, oh, you have to fill all this information out. I'm like, what is it, 1990? Like, why do I have to fill out all this information when there are iPads, there are computers and all these things, right? And as I'm filling it out, my cousin's like, geez, dude, it would be so nice if there was literally just a car at the Airbnb and we could Uber there. Soon as he said that to me, the light literally flicked. I was like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. Because to give you a little bit of background on us and our company, we have over 50 cars right now in our fleet. Been doing it for 2 years. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, wow, that's definitely the way that we should be doing it. And there's so much value there for Airbnb hosts. So I'm gonna tell you reasons why putting a car at your Airbnb property is worth it. The first reason why I think it's worth it personally is that it's gonna give you a competitive edge. And we're all in business to make money. A big part of making money is that you gotta stand out from the rest of the competition. And what better way to stand out for, let's say, look, I go on Airbnb right now, I'm looking at all these different properties and I see, oh, this property actually has a car. So think about how easy this is, right? Imagine that there's a family that's coming into your town. It's way easier for them to be able to Uber to that property and already have a car there as opposed to waiting in line, doing all the stuff that I talked about before at the airport. No one wants to do that, especially if they have kids. And think about it another way. If it's a person that's a business person, right? A doctor or a lawyer or anybody that's traveling for business, they don't have the time to sit there at the airport, fill out the paperwork. They love the fact that there's already a car at your property, so that's a big reason why they're gonna book with you. The second reason why I think this is a great thing to have a car specifically at your property is that you're gonna get extended market reach. And let me give you a couple examples for why you're gonna get extended market reach. Number one, let's think about it this way. You have a family that's coming into your town. Trust me, if it's a family, they have 2 or 3 kids, they don't want to sit there at the airport. Their kids are screaming, people are calling them, way too much going on. Significantly easier if they just look at your listing, they're like, oh my gosh, this one already has a car. Definitely booking this one because now I don't have to spend that extra time at the airport. So another reason why this is going to be a great thing to add to your Airbnb property is number one for guests, we're talking about adding a convenience factor. Think about how nice that it is. So let's say you're going on vacation. Let's say you're hitting like Miami Beach or something like that. You rent an Airbnb. Think about how nice that it is. You book the Airbnb, the person who owns the Airbnb, they send you a message. They're like, hey, you know, we actually have a car that's already here, clean, ready to go. All you have to do is shoot me payment for this or go to this website and fill all this stuff out and you'll be good to go. Think about how easy that is. So now you don't have to go to the airport, deal with all the hassle, waiting in the line, talking to the people, filling out all the forms. All you have to do is Uber to the property and boom, you're there. So if you really want to talk about separating yourself, that's a big way to do it. And you're going to get some great reviews from that because you want to talk about standing out. That's the way to stand out. And people remember that because you're one of the very few people in the market that actually offers that. So let me give you a couple tips when it comes to picking exactly what car is right for my area. Reason why we're making this, it's one of the biggest questions that we get. People ask us all the time, hey Peter, what kind of car is best for me? Here's how you decide what car is best for you. The first thing I want you to do is really think about who is your ideal customer. So let's say you have an Airbnb property, you're in a vacation spot. Say you're in a nice vacation spot, you're in Myrtle Beach, you're in Miami, you know that your ideal customer is somebody that they make a little bit more money. They're probably gonna be looking for a Mercedes, maybe a BMW, maybe a Range Rover. Now let's go on the opposite spectrum. Let's say that you're in a rural area, somewhere that people like to visit that's a little bit out of the way, and they don't really care about what the car is or what it looks like. They just want to get from A to B. Then maybe a Mazda, a Kia, or a Ford might be best. Now, the second big tip here is that I want you to capitalize on the local demand. When I say capitalize on the local demand, we want to do a little bit of research to figure out exactly what cars are renting the most in your area. So kind of to go back to that example, let's say that, you're in Miami, right? In Miami, you look around, you see that luxury cars are the most popular cars. They're renting for the most amount of days and the most amount of money. That means that you should probably get a luxury car. And the easiest way to do this, so if you pull up the Turo app, and I want you to go and click on all the listings. When you click on the listings, there's gonna be a little calendar there, right? On the little calendar, it's gonna have days that are crossed off. The days that are crossed off are gonna be the days that the car is actually rented. So now you know if you see a ton of luxury listings and they're all crossed off, then luxury cars are for you. On the contrary, if you see a lot of economy cars that are crossed off, then that's the thing that I would go for. You wanna go for what's popular in your market. You don't wanna deal with the whole thing where you're going against the curve, where you're in, let's say that you're in an economy market and you have a luxury car. You don't want it to be that you're fighting to get your car booked. It sucks. I've tried it before. It's not fun, trust me. So the last thing that I want you, or the last big tip is rely on us. Number one, keep watching these videos because I'm giving you all basically the tips that I wish that somebody gave me when I started 2 years ago. Because let me tell you, when we started, a lot of mistakes were made, a lot of money was lost, and I want to help you so you don't have to lose that amount of money. So first thing, keep watching these videos. Second thing I want you to do, go to carrentalcoach.com. You might qualify to work with us. We have a quick survey on there, super easy to fill out, and it'll tell me exactly to see if you're a good person that can work with us. And here's the nice thing if you work directly with us. A lot of the hardest things that I had to figure out how to do, I'm gonna tell you how to do. So here's one of the big ones. I'm gonna source the car for you. It was so difficult buying a car in the beginning, and I paid significantly over market. Still makes a difference for some of the cars that I have. One of the biggest things we're gonna help you with. Number two, we're gonna give you our entire system. Now, our cars rent on average for between like 25 to 27 days a month. Now, when I first started, car only rented for 5 days. Then the next month, it rented for about 7 days. So it took a really long time. I mean, it took at least 6 to 7 months to get up to that 25 to 27 days. With our system, you get to bypass all that. So it makes it significantly easier for you. So just for those two reasons, go to Car Rental Coach, see if you qualify to work with us.